Okay, one more thing we're going to have a look at with Excel is how to draw graphs with the data that you have got. Excel has many functions, and one of the most powerful ones is actually its graphing tools. So to draw a graph, there's several ways, but the easiest way to start is to, if for example I want to graph one of these questions and how they look for all the students, I could highlight all the data. Now Excel assumes the data is the first row is a heading, as you'll see in a minute, and we'll just go into insert, and along here you've actually got a range of different types of graphs, so you decide what type of graph you want. I might try a line graph, just go simple, so pick the line graph and click on that, and there you go, that's a line graph of the data. Okay, oh, sorry, gone too high. Now it's not quite there yet. You can see there's no labels, there's no title. The series legend says series 1, really not meaningful. So we can make our graph a little bit better. Up here we've actually got different options, so depending on the options, the display options. So for example, if I choose that one, that gives me a chart title, gives me an axis that I can change. Various formats. Okay, so pick one, I'll go. Not the wrong one, let's just double click that. I'm going to click it. Student survey, and I'm going to call that rating. Okay, starting to get there. We can do some better things on there though. This name, for example, we can fix up. So the way to fix all of this other stuff up, we actually right click in the graph and we have the option here, select data. Okay, so select data allows us to do a number of things. We can change the name, so you can see there's series 1, which ties into our name there. We can edit that and find a name, so we might choose the name of our question as series 1. Oops, the wrong question, that one. Okay, it might be a bit big, but we'll see how we go. Yep, so there you go, it's now changed it to my question, so I know what that's about. The numbers, so remember we had the student numbers 1 to 23, I think it was. We want something a bit meaningful, so again, edit that, and I can select my range, and I can actually select the cells that they represent. And OK. And the chart data, I just want to make sure I'm selecting it from the right one. Yep. Okay, so now we've got, look at our chart. Might make it a bit bigger. Okay. Obviously all the names couldn't get in there because it wasn't big enough. Okay. So there we've got all our students and the data. Okay. If I wanted to put a second compare to lots of it, I can actually right click in select data, and actually the wrong one, not select data. Oh yes, it was select data. Switch row and columns. Oh, actually I've only chosen a chart with one set of data, but I can actually select a different set of data by clicking on a different set of cells. So I will choose those cells, and I mean obviously my heading's wrong now, and I've muck that up, I'll get the new question, but that can actually change to a different set of data. So if for some reason you've selected the wrong one, you could actually go and change that again later on. I'll undo that one because I don't want to change the data, but just show you that it does work. If I now change that to, we'll make it a really high number, 6, as you can see the graph changes automatically based on the value that's in there. So as I say, there's other graphs in there, so if you look in insert, as I said, you can choose a range of other graphs depending on what's appropriate for your data. Okay, quite simple. And so there's a few other options. You can change colors and a few things like that as well if you want to. Okay, there you go. That's it for creating a graph in Excel.